You never had me. You never had your car.
Over the past 10 years of GTA Online, Rockstar Games has taken a lot of inspiration for their cars from Fast and Furious.
I don't have friends. I got family.
And today I'm going to go over my favorite cars that were inspired from the Fast and Furious movies and go through all the different upgrades and customizations to get your cars to look exactly like the ones in the movies. For our first car, we have the Elegy Retro Custom, which was Brian's car in Too Fast, Too Furious, which is solely based off of the 1999 R34 GTR Skyline. This is arguably one of the most famous cars throughout the whole entire Fast and Furious series, so you know we had to go over this one. In terms of the Elegy Retro Custom, it was first added into the game with the import and export DLC, which came out in 2016. Now in GTA Online, you can't buy the Elegy Retro Custom just how it is like this. At first, you have to buy an Elegy, which is free, and then you can take it to Benny's to do a conversion of $904,000. So if you're going to want to customize this car to the fullest, you're going to have to spend way over $1 million just to have it look like this. In terms of performance, you can look to get about 116 miles per hour as the top speed for this, which for a sports car is not bad whatsoever. And since you're able to customize this in Benny's garage, you're going to be able to have 25 different customizations.
I'll have the tuner.
No crust?
No crust.
For our exhaust, we have the titanium exhaust, which hangs out to the left, which is exactly portrayed like the car in the movie. And for our grille, we have the stock grille. This matches perfectly with the car as well. For our hood, we have lip and angled catches for our hood accessories. And then we just have a stock plain hood. Now here's the most important part of this whole entire customization. You're going to go to livery and we have Midnight Racer, which obviously pays homage to the race that they do in the beginning of Too Fast, Too Furious. And as you can tell, it is a complete replication from the GTR in the movie. Heading into our plate holder, you want to make sure you have the remove front plate option. For our license plate, the closest we can get to white on black is yellow on black, so this is what we have. For the paint job for this car, to make it match almost perfectly, we have a silver with a pearlescent of ice white, and then the same thing for our secondary color as well. For our roof, again, we have none. A lot of these different categories we're going to have like none on because we're trying to match this car perfectly to how it was. Now for the roof, we do have vortex generators. This was not an accessory on the car in Too Fast, Too Furious, but Paul Walker's actual GTR, he had these on, so I figured why not just put them on. It kind of looks cool, whatever. Now for the spoiler, they don't necessarily have one that you see in the movie, so we just go with the Muscle Killer wing. It almost looks like it, but not quite. For the suspension, we just have it stock all the way down like this. Just doesn't look like the one from the movie, so we have it on stock, the highest you can go. For our wheels, we have sport wheels, chrome, Endo V2. These are the wheels that almost fit this car exactly. You can't get the pointy ones that they have in the movie, so this one, clear second favorite. If you guys still haven't picked this car up, I highly recommend doing so. It's definitely a car that if you love the Fast and Furious movies, you'll definitely love to drive it in this game. Well, let's head into our next car. For our second car today, we have the Dinka Jester Classic, which is based off of the real-life version of the 1994 Toyota Supra Mark IV, which was also seen in the first ever Fast and Furious movie. The Jester Classic was first introduced into GTA Online in 2018 with the After Hours update. This is another car that is super popular throughout the Fast and Furious franchise. Being a Fast and Furious fan, I was really happy that they added this car to the game with the paint job that was actually seen in the movie. The car is shown throughout the movie a ton of different times, and it's probably why it's one of the most famous and recognizable cars from the franchise. The Jester Classic is listed on Legendary Motorsport at $790,000, and after all the different upgrades, you're probably going to be ran up into the $1 million mark. But honestly, $1 million for a Supra in GTA is not bad whatsoever. I'll take it. According to GTA Base, the Jester Classic can get all the way up to 120 miles per hour.
I live my life a quarter mile at a time.
Which again, for a sports car is really, really good. This is obviously faster than the Elegy Retro Custom, which we just went over. But heading into the upgrades to make this exactly like Brian's Supra, let's head into the bumpers. And front bumpers, we have the drift with intercooler. And then for our rear bumper, we just have the stock rear bumper. For the chassis, we got the primary cage. This is optional. I just thought it would look cool with it on there, so we kept it. For our exhaust, we have the single chrome exhaust. And then for our headlight covers, another optional piece. I just like when Supras have this feature on them. In the movie, they don't have it like this. If you're going to want to match it perfectly with the movie, you're going to want to go with no headlight covers, but just because they look cool, I got the half-cut eyelids. For our fenders, we got the rear spats, which again, if you look up images, this matches perfectly. For our hood, we have the performance hood, which is the exact hood that they used. Literally, for this car, it is completely identical to the car in the movie. The alleged retro custom, we didn't really get as much as the upgrades from that stock GTR, but for this car, for whatever reason, they have literally every single customization possible to match. For our livery, we have the 10-minute car, which in the movie, this is the 10-second car that Brian gives to Dom. For our plate, again, we can't have the white on black, so we just have yellow on black, which matches up pretty well anyways. For respray, if you want, you can go into your crew colors and find the exact same paint job that they have. But since they don't have the paint job that they used in the movie, we're gonna have to do something a little bit different. So you're gonna want to do orange metallic with a pearlescent of any of these red colors. I personally like the formula red. For our skirts, we have the primary lip skirt, which has writing like the car in the movie. Again, I don't know why for this car they decided to go all out for the customizations from the movie, but I'm not complaining. That's what we got. Spoiler, we have the carbon wing type 2. And then for our wheels, we have sport chrome rims, the Wangan Master.
What the fuck?
These match up perfectly with the wheels on the car. And yeah, we get a complete replica from the car in the movie. I'm guessing there's someone at Rockstar that absolutely loved this car in the Fast and Furious movies, and they wanted to have this car look exactly like the one from the film. But that's what we got for the Dinka Jester. Let's head into our final vehicle of the day. For our last vehicle, we have the Insurgent, which I don't know if it was exactly inspired from the Fast 5 movie, but the Insurgent is in the game, and I've never seen this military truck anywhere else but in Fast 5. The Insurgent was released in 2015 with the Heist update, literally 2 years after the game was released. And the Insurgent has still became one of the top vehicles to have in all of GTA Online, especially with all of the Deluxos and Oppressor MK2s roaming around Los Santos every day. You can get the Insurgent for $675,000 only if you completed the Humane Labs raid. So if you haven't completed that heist, it's going to cost you $897,000, and with all the different upgrades added to the Insurgent, you're looking at over $1 million that you're going to spend on this vehicle alone. Now, like I was saying, I don't know if Rockstar really got inspired from Fast 5 with the Insurgent, but I literally have never seen this vehicle anywhere else but in that movie. Fast and Furious 5 came out in 2011, so it definitely could be inspired from the movie. I'm not even going to go over the different customizations for the Insurgent because I feel like everyone has owned this vehicle. And if you're getting tired of Oppressor MK2s and Deluxos, I definitely recommend getting one of these. But that's going to be it for me, guys. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe down below. And if you'd like me to go over more Fast and Furious cars in GTA Online, let me know down below. But that's all that I have. Thanks for watching. See you guys in the next video. Peace out.
I don't have friends. I got family.